Thank you and good afternoon. This is Sam Vaughn for Sam Sports Report. Let's go over the NCAA Kansas game, and then we'll go over all the basketball games ahead and more into detail. It'll be number 1, Houston playing number 14, Kansas, a road trip. Looks like Kansas is going to get the 3 seed. As far as Houston, they're going to get the number 1 seed. And players to watch out for: Kevin McCullough, DeJuan Harrison, Hunter Dickerson. One of the biggest problems for the Hawks is that they can't go deep. Well, hopefully they can go at least 6 deep and have 4 players helping out. Players to watch out for Houston: L.J. Cryer and Jamal Shed. Tip-off from Houston, the Cougars and the Jayhawks, is at 3 o'clock. Number 15, Kentucky will play. Kansas State will play Iowa State. That game probably won't matter to Kansas State. Iowa State could move up in seedings. Players to watch out for Kansas State: Tyler Perry and Will McNair, and also Cam Carter. That game tips at 1 o'clock on ESPN2. Kentucky will host Tennessee. Tip is at 3. Watch out for Antonio Reeves for Kentucky and Dalton Kinnaid for Tennessee. Mississippi State, number 17, will play South Carolina, who could be on the line for the tournament. Both teams look in, though. 1:30 SEC Network. Baylor will play Texas Tech. That could be a game for the NCAA tournament on the line. Baylor is number 11. This could be for Texas Tech. This game tips off at 5. Texas Tech is favored by 1.5. Players to watch out for: Jacoby Walter and Pop Isaac, guard. And for Duke and North Carolina, tip is at 5:30. Watch out for R.J. Davis for Kyle Fipowiski. 5:30. Providence is on the line for the first 4 out. We'll play UConn, number 2, at home. That's a big game for Providence to try to capitalize on, but I don't think they will. Oklahoma and Texas are on the line to get in. Both teams are not ranked, but should get into the March Madness. Game time is at 1. Players to watch out for: Javon McCullum, 13.6. Max Abrams, 17 points. The SEC again, Alabama and Arkansas host. Player for seeding: players to watch out for in the Mark Sears and Mark Thompson. Auburn and Georgia will play. No tournament for Georgia. Auburn trying to play for seedings. In the Pac-12, Utah and Oregon both looking like tournament teams. Players to watch out for: Jermaine Crushard, 15.6. And Sunday will be the Big Ten. We'll join you on Sunday for the Big Ten matchups. And that's Sam Vaughn Sports.
It'll be a total of $2.8 billion. 2 of that $2.8 billion going to the Royals. $1 billion the Royals putting in private money. $300 million the Chiefs putting in private money. $1.5 billion roughly from taxpayers. Those are just round, rough numbers. The actual sort of fine print and details will come out after people have already voted on it. So, I mean, all that stuff. We'll get to really what it means after we've already voted, yes or no.
Money and numbers have gotten so ridiculous that you can't tell, are these experts throwing out these numbers or first graders? How much is got 2.8 billion, gazillion billion?
That's so true. More people now today have $1 billion than I was here.
Yeah.
But you know, Well, does Patrick Mahomes have $1 billion? Not yet. He will, but what about $1 trillion? How much money the Royals are putting in to the actual stadium? Is that all coming from taxpayers for the $1 billion for the stadium, where the Royals are investing $1 billion in private financing, which then it's going to be, like ownership of land, hotels, restaurants, which they can just simply recoup, as opposed to the Chiefs are putting in $300 million in a renovation of Arrowhead Stadium. The taxpayers putting in $500 million. But the Chiefs just now released their renderings, the Royals a couple of weeks ago, and you can already vote on this in an absentee ballot. For those living overseas
now, right? Yeah,
you can already vote on this. Which, I mean, you didn't even know what Arrowhead was going to look like before. Like, is it strategy to slow play and then warp speed? Like slow play, slow play, slow play. Boom! This is what we're doing. April 2nd. It's 32 days away. Go get it.
I have to imagine the addition of the Chiefs on this. What we think will be one question, right?
It's got to be just one question.
They
of an
figure
extension
will
of the 3/8
bolster
tax.
the chance of the thing getting passed and the winning and all that. I can tell you, though, I saw those renderings and I was underwhelmed. I woke up this morning very whelmed, and then at 10 went under.
Are you over now?
No. I was over. I loved looking at the pictures of the Royals renderings and just kind of what they were going to do with that space, the green space, the location, the business, the entertainment district, and all that. Chiefs, especially for that price tag, I kind of expecting a little bit more.
Yeah, it seemed like almost all of the renovation was going to be like the surrounding stuff, like how much is going, like
They're putting like a turf field.
Yeah, like Arrowhead Stadium,
baseball field.
It's going to be new boards, a new suite or suite areas,
a VIP entrance,
VIP upper.
Thank God.
Upper concourse connected with a bridge.
Yeah, call this $1 billion. It's going to be
seems
$1 billion.
fair.
Well, yeah, and acknowledging that a baseball stadium is going to be less expensive than a football stadium because 80,000 seats versus 30,000 seats. But you're talking about $1 billion for a new stadium and $800 million to renovate Arrowhead Stadium. In 25 years, are they going to go, hey, we need $3 billion for a brand new Arrowhead Stadium? Yeah. Okay. Well, where's Arrowhead going to go? Are you going to build it on the fan activation zone where you just built and tear that down, and so build a new Arrowhead Stadium, deactivate those fans, and then move the activation zone over to where Arrowhead is right now? Like, what's the plan 25 years from now? Because the Royals at least have a plan 40 years from now, which is to then renovate that stadium and stay 40 years lease, and 40 more years, from now, whenever it's built. Fingers crossed, there won't be concrete cancer there.
So funny.
But 25 years from now, where are the Chiefs going to go? Are they going to stay at Arrowhead and renovate yet again? Is there a cure for concrete cancer 40 years down the road? And not, let's just renovate, stay here, this is going to be cool. Oh, build a new stadium right there.
This thing for Arrowhead would have been a roof, a rolling roof, and let's get some Final Fours here. Let's be a Super Bowl. We got a World Cup coming here. We have the best football team on the planet. Let's strike while this iron is hot and turn it into a destination for some of the other biggest sporting events on the planet. And that's not. And I would think for the $800 million price tag, a roof could be inside of that. What we found earlier, did we verify that last time is $170 million?
In terms of the additional cost for the roof, as opposed to what did get passed.
That was the rolling roof between the two. This doesn't have to roll. This has to open and
close.
Chop that in half.
What could it, I guess it could be what kind? I guess it'd be a different kind of roof, like one that opens and closes.
Yeah, I want it a retractable.
Yes.
There's a test.
I don't.
Even if a Super Bowl is not part of it, like you don't get a Super Bowl, right? But Final Four be part of it. I mean, in any indoor events that are done in
Super Bowl might
NFL
be before
stadium.
the Final Four, just because of the
I think the NFL
family's relationship with the NFL. And,
I think the NFL would do that.
Yeah.
I think they'd probably put them.
They were on a short list for the draft, right? One of the first to go outside of entertainment district Legends area, going out there where Kaufman was when it goes. I thought that was going to be the case for the last 50 years out there, but they've never done anything outside of that Subway and a gas station. But
it was a Taco Bell for a while.
It was. So for the border a couple times.
Fan activation zone, not good enough for you. I don't understand.
The FAZ.
Well, I thought they would have like a hotel or something like that to where they can bring in added revenue to the stadium.
More than the dead Coco Key that's out there.
Yes, more than that. Yes, I thought there would be more to it, and maybe there will end up being more to it. I don't know, but I don't think you take this time with the renderings and not include something like that if that's ultimately what you want to include. because you can do that right now and say, look at all the stuff we'll be able to do. Well, we got a covered area to where you can do like entertainment stuff.